Students of Success, Dr. Mike here. Are you consistent? Are you consistently doing the things that it's going to take to drive you towards your goals? Or, like most people, are you consistently doing the things that take you further away from your goals? Let's talk first about the consistencies in losing, the consistencies in not achieving what we want, and how does that happen? It seems like the default setting in life is to continuously do the things every day. And most people, whenever they lose or when they gain weight and they get out of health, it's those little tiny things every single day. And there's a Japanese term called Kaizen. It's small little improvements every day. But it can also be small little habits that are negative every single day that drive us further and further away from our goals. And it might seem like, it's just a little inch. It's not much. But those inches start adding up over time, over weeks, months, years. Before you know it, you are so far off track that you feel nearly impossible to be able to get back on track, which compounds the feeling that we keep going more negative and more negative. So how do we get into a consistent state? First thing is we have to know our goals. What do you want? What do you want in your health? What do you want in your career? What do you want in your relationships? And not only do we need to know what we want, we need to know why we want it. Too many people work off of, when I feel like doing something, then I will do it. It does not work that way in life. That's what's called motivation. After you watch one of my videos, maybe you're like, wow, I'm motivated, I'll go do something. Well, that's going to last for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then the world is going to get in the way. We need discipline. We need to be able to know that our goals are only going to be achieved whenever we do the small little things every day and we know why we want them. Who are we doing it for? The second thing, and I talk a lot about this, is a daily routine. Too many people live by the seat of their pants, and they get up when they feel like it, feelings. They eat what they feel like. They exercise when they feel like it. Most people don't feel like it at all. But we're always being driven, we're always being controlled by our feelings. I don't feel like working out every day. I don't feel like getting up at 4 a.m. I don't feel. But when I do, then I generate a sense of pride. You're only going to feel good long term and happy whenever you do things first. There is nothing better than having a long-term victory, feeling proud about yourself, and then that's where the happiness will come in. The third thing is about blocking off certain times to be consistent. You have to know that when you get up at a certain time in the morning, this is why I love morning routines and I love getting up early, because I block it off. Like that first hour when I do my journaling, when I do my push-ups, when I do my drinking my water, when I do all of these things on my morning routine and I listen to my positivity, it's blocked off. In the afternoon, I typically block off time for my workouts. I work from home, so I have a little more flexibility in that. But if you don't work from home and you leave every day, then you definitely have to block these off. If you get home at 4 o'clock, you need to say at 4:30, Monday through Friday, I'm going for a walk, I'm going to get on the treadmill, I'm going to do an exercise. And these are non-negotiable blockings of time. Don't just say, I'll do it when I feel like doing it. And you'll see there's an overwhelming, idea or frequency to what I'm talking about. It's about feelings. Feelings are the downfall to most people. Even whenever we do negative things, we do it because it'll feel good in the moment. We have to get away from that. And after we do that, we need to be able to track our progress in some manner. Do we track it through a daily journal? Or I track my stuff every single day, my daily habits every single day in a book, and I've been doing this for years. And I do it by writing things down, not in an app, not online on my computer. I put everything in writing. Now, I may use some of that stuff for meetings and things, but for the most part, I like to write things down because I like to be able to cross them off. So we have to be able to track our progress. Where are we starting in our weight? Where are we starting? And if you are looking at making progress in your health, one of the worst things to me that you could do is try to track that progress by the scale. Because the scale can lie to you. The only thing that does not lie to you is the mirror. Use the mirror as your tracking of your progress, not the scale. Because the scale, if you don't drink enough water for a couple days and you're dehydrated, you may think, whoa, I lost 5 pounds, I need to celebrate now. And then you drink water and then you put it all right back on. So don't track your progress like that. Track your progress through your mirror. Stay accountable. How do you stay accountable? Most people do not have the ability, the willpower to keep themselves accountable. That's why you need a coach. That's why you need somebody like me. That's why I need somebody like me also to keep me accountable. My wife keeps me accountable to a lot of things. My kids do. Different mentors hold you accountable. Most people are not strong enough, and you will develop the strength over time to keep yourself accountable. But right now, it's very hard. So the best way to do it is to hire a coach that'll keep you accountable, that you know is going to be calling you or texting you. Join a group, join a fitness club, join a study group, join something where it's a non-negotiable. You have to be there or people are going to call you out. That's the only way you're going to be held accountable. And the big one, self-discipline. Like I said, self-discipline kind of should be the first thing on this list. It is definitely the most powerful thing. But you have to know what you want and know every day. If you're waiting for a feeling, if you're waiting for motivation, if you're waiting for that drive, it's not going to come. You have got to create it first. You have to become it to have it. If you sit back every day and say, I will go out and walk, I will work out, I will study, I will read a book when I feel like doing it, it's never going to happen. Never. So you got to develop those disciplines, and you develop those disciplines by looking at my other videos, especially on the morning routine, and doing the simple little things every single day that might not seem super important. And I always like to start people off with the push-up thing in the morning time because it doesn't feel good. If you can do that every single morning consistently, it will allow you to have a sense of pride and be able to change your entire day because you did something on a regular basis. So not only will it change your mental state, but I guarantee you that it will transform your physical state. And whenever we transform our physical state, it has a bearing on everything else. If you feel good about who you are, you're going to feel better in your job, in your career. You're going to feel better in your relationships. I talked the other day on a video about loving yourself. If you don't love yourself first, there's no way for other people to love you, to care about you. You've got to start, because life is a mirror. It's not a window. We reflect back everything that comes from inside here is what we see. And the final one is rewarding ourselves. So take that time to be able to reward what you are doing when you accomplish it. Set milestones, set different pillars, set goals. Make sure you set short-term ones and you set long-term goals, because these are the things that are going to allow you to build that motivation, build that discipline, build that self-love of who you are. Remember, Kaizen, small things every day. A lot of people, when they say consistency, they're trying to jump from point A to point Z. They're looking at books, the 4-hour work week. How do I get from here to here as fast as I possibly can? If you don't build that strong base of consistent, everyday improvements, whatever you do build is going to be very weak and collapse. So remember, there are only so many tomorrows. Stay consistent in the positive things in life, set those goals, and go out and live your best life now. Take care, guys.